everybody.
Hey guys.
Just been attacked by the dog.
Yeah, I was recording it.
It's a gorgeous day today, so we thought we would put ourselves the start of a fresh year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fresh start.
That's the one. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, yeah. Just excited now because next weekend is boat weekend.
Yes.
Woohoo!
So we're looking forward to going down and spending some time in April. Been a long, cold, hard winter, and just want to get down and spend some time on it now, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Groot?
Yippee!
Yeah, it's been a very long winter with lots of the weather, the storms and everything, you know. In the back of our minds all over winter is the concern of April and how she's faring down there.
Yeah.
But hopefully she'll be okay.
Yes, I mean, it'd just be a case of getting down and seeing her. I've got no qualms about her being okay. I think she's going to be perfectly fine.
She's going to be dirty.
She's going to be a dirty girl. That's
Dirty
right,
girl.
very dirty girl. So that's going to be our first job when we go down, is to kind of pump her out, because she'll need pumping out. So we'll pump her out and give her a damn good clean. And that's why we're going down on our own this weekend, isn't it? Thomas is going to...
No Toad this weekend.
No.
Oh.
Squirt's going to stay away this weekend, isn't he? So he's going to join us again on another trip, but that's only because we're going to be so busy cleaning and, you know.
Space with the space and what we've got to do. It's just going to be very tight otherwise, and plus we're going to hopefully stay over.
Yeah.
So.
Depending on what the weather's like, yeah.
It was too
We'll
cold.
see how we feel by the end of the day. Yeah, if we're wet and sodden and just want to get home, then we'll do that. But
Britain's weather is a problem. It's not the boat, it's Britain's weather. It's a problem.
get it no matter where you go.
Nope.
So yeah, it's we're looking forward to getting down, aren't we? So we started creating a list now then of all the jobs that we're going to do. So where are we with our list then?
The first thing is get her pumped out and get one of the new batteries, because we've now got a second battery.
Yes, that was an important
secondary
second
battery.
Which we'll always take.
Just in case.
Just in case.
We had another problem.
But yeah, get her hooked up and get that pump going, and then it's going to be
cleaning.
It's more the outside, isn't it?
Yeah.
First trip. Yeah. We've got lots to do on the inside. That's going to be a whole.
That's a mission
task.
and a half is the inside, yeah.
And
basically we got this horrible like a carpet on the walls. And we didn't put it there.
70s, 80s
yeah,
style.
it was came with a bolt kind of thing, and we've looked at taking it off, haven't we, and replacing it, but as soon as you start to move it, it just breaks down into pieces, into tiny little bits. So
and lots of fibres.
So it's just a case of just get it straight off. We've got a nice covering that we've got a couple of coverings in mind, haven't we, to insulate on the inside.
Yeah, we'll trial one and see how it goes, and then
we'll see how we like it, see how well it works. Nice wipeable surface as well, which is always handy. The woodwork interior as well, because we've got the wooden panelling on the inside as well, so that we're going to be sanding that down at some point, aren't we?
Yes.
And staining it,
whitewashing. We're going to whitewash because it's all very
dark and
it's
dingy.
varnished pine. It's very gloomy in there, and obviously with the windows not being massive, we were trying to put as much light back inside as possible. But then you've had other ideas of potentially putting a skylight in the bow, and then the doors, isn't it?
In the forepeak where we got the forward berth, we got a skylight hatch. But yeah, we were talking about maybe taking that out and then creating a clear one, a sky, so you can actually see the sky through it, because we do like to look at the sun. But that's quite an easy job. That's just a case of take the old hatch off, cut a hole, stick the perspex over the top, and then clamp it all down and seal it. So it's not a big problem, not a big job to do.
Yeah.
And I can do that away from the boat. I don't actually need to be on the boat to do that.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. I just need to be able to cover that hole where we take the skylight out. So there was that. There was also the cabin door as well, wasn't there?
We've
going in.
Been having an iron about it with different types of doors, and at the minute it's just the two slots,
two wooden
pieces
slats,
of wood to slot in. And again, it's when you're on board, it is quite dark in there. But that's where your idea came in with, again, using perspex as a panel.
Yeah, getting a thick, you can get thick perspex and create a couple of thick perspex ones that basically are the same as the wooden ones, the two separate slats, but at least when you're in the boat, you can put them in and you can still see outside.
Yeah.
And also keep water inside. Keep water inside, keep water outside.
You don't want water inside the boat, though.
Keep the spray out on the outside, but yeah, you can still see outside as well.
Yeah.
So that'd be quite handy. The only thing I can think of is if we have an emergency and I think, shit, I've got to get to that radio, and I go diving in and knock myself out on the perspex, but I don't think I'm that stupid.
Boing.
I think we'll be alright. But yeah, it's
Definitely
just
an onboard camera for that one.
yeah. But it's just little
The
things. isn't it?
bloopers or behind the scenes of what happens on the boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to do a blooper reel this year, aren't we? Just for the fun, because we've had so many funny moments that haven't made it into the videos.
Though?
Well, I mean, 50-50.
Just caught on camera.
Yeah, okay. But yeah.
Yes, it's
Just because some of the things that we've should have put that in. Should have put that in the video.
But yeah, so getting back to the boat and what our plans are for this next weekend is we want to get all the woodwork on the outside of the boat sanded back and start getting the teak oil put in.
Yeah.
So she's got plenty of time to absorb a good couple of coats. She's going to need it. I think she does need that bit of TLC.
She does, yeah. She does. I mean, it's not going to take a lot to get her back up looking good again, and we're going to repaint her at some point anyway. And get rid of that horrible turquoise colour. It's just but it's worn anyway. Where it was turquoise, it was anti-slip paint, and basically the anti-slip's not anti-slipping anymore. So yeah, it's just a horrible thing now. So we want to change it, and I don't like the turquoisey colour anyway to her. I don't think that's her colour. She's a blue and white as opposed to like a turquoise and white.
Yeah,
so,
sort of to match the hull. Also with the cushions, the cushion covers have all been dyed now. So instead of
they're all looking good now. Actually,
tired grey, it's all a kind of really nice nautical blue, deep blue. So
that's going to be the theme, isn't it? It's grey, blue, and white. So we've got the grey floor in, and then we're going to have. We haven't decided on the inside yet with regards to curtains and things like that, have we?
No, when we were down there before Christmas, we put up the privacy film just so that when we're on board, that
people can't,
you can still get the view, but the neighbours can't.
But it doesn't work at night.
It doesn't work at night. Hence the reason I've got material to make curtains just in case.
Yeah, because when you're on the inside, you've got the light on, and you're stood outside, you can look in and see what we're doing.
You can see everything.
Apparently.
Yes, so that's a potential job for at some point. But again, we've got the material for it. We've got most of the materials we need. It's just prioritising right now as to what needs to be done rather than what we want to do.
Seat locker covers.
Again, the covers themselves, they need doing. The last time we were down there, they were very spongy.
Yeah, as soon as you stand on them and put any weight on them, they bend.
Yeah.
And you're looking at the plies all peeling off at the top because it's multi-ply.
It's the laminated,
so it's a case of just swapping them out, but that's just cutting a piece of wood to fit, and so we're debating now whether we actually take the lockers off and bring them back with us, locker covers off, bring them back with us and do them here at home, or we do them down at the boat. The only thing is I don't want the sawdust blowing around all over the water and all over the boat. So
but then the last time we were there with the flooring, we actually went to local B&Q
and got them
to cut it, so we can send you off on a jolly.
Yeah, they can cut it from me there and then on the spot.
I can get on my cleaning then and quiet.
Yeah.
Peace and quiet.
But we also want to make them padded as well.
Yeah.
So we want to create like a padding on the top of them with a vinyl cover maybe over the top of that to protect the padding and also protect the wood, but it gives you a bit more of a comfortable seat when you're sitting out there. Because we've got seats, haven't we? The little ones that we've got, but they're not ideal, are they?
No, they were just kind of a temporary thing, just so that when it was damp when we got down there, we had something dry to sit on. And it's only like a yoga mat we cut up to size.
Yoga mat,
and it's worked great. It does the job, but for when we're out properly, you want something a bit more comfortable.
If you're going to be sailing her for a good couple of hours, you need something to sit on that's a bit more comfortable.
the next big thing is going to be electrics.
Yeah.
It's quite messy, and I think a couple of the issues that we've had is just where there is so many bits put together.
Yeah.
They just need to be, needs to be updated.
Yeah, a lot of the wiring in there is kind of like mixed mash wiring, so when we were looking at it trying to work out what wiring is for what and what's going where, you're following the green wire and all of a sudden it turns yellow and you're like, well, that's not even shown in the diagram, so somebody swapped that out and put a different colour in. So yeah, that's one thing that we're going to be doing, is rewiring the whole thing, but then also it gives us that peace of mind then knowing that the wiring that we've done and the wiring that we've put in is up to date and better quality than the wiring that's been in there for God knows how long it's been in there for, and that's the thing, we don't know how long it's been in there for.
No.
So that's a mission to do, but that's just a case of, I say it's a big job, but it's not really a big job. It's not really really an expensive job. It's just time consuming, that one.
Yeah, that's it.
And
it's a safety thing as well, and I think more peace of mind that it's all done.
Yeah.
When we are out, we're not going to have any issues with it. Well, you say we still have issues, but at least you know in your mind you've got that peace of mind that it's.
Yeah. Yeah, because eventually she will have shore power, so that is also on the cards, is to be able to just plug her into shore power. So that's another thing that we'll be looking into. But yeah, I want to make sure that all the cables, electrical cables, and that are all up to code before we do that.
Yeah, we need to get the mast down, and we need to speak to the marina guys at some point. Not right now, but it's definitely something in the next couple of months to get her on hard standing, so we can get a lot of the I'd ideally like to. Jobs.
Yeah, I think I'd like to get her back out again and give her a repaint, anti-foul, sand her down and anti-fouler, and that's a weekend job.
But then we can get the mast down and get the replacement piece for the engine hour.
That's it. But we'd have to spend the night at my mum's then, because you're not allowed to stay on the boat in the yard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's I don't know, Holiday Inn or something in the corner.
Yeah, we'll be able to do something. Yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so
you've come up with a really good idea actually, which you'd seen on another couple's video, was having the netting around the boat as another safety measure, which is really quite a good idea. I quite like the idea of it, but that's quite an easy fix as well.
Yeah, that's right. So where you've got like basically the fence that runs around the top of the boat, wire fence. I'm trying to remember the name of it now.
It's the cabling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got like cables that run right around the boat. It's a safety feature. So I want to just put netting along the sides of them and run it all the way around the boat to give you that extra. Because if you slip on the boat and you slide, you slip onto fall over and then slide, you're not going to just go straight through the wiring and straight into the water. At least that netting's going to catch you if you go. So yeah, that's one thing to do. What else would we have on our list? Second battery.
Got the second battery.
The
tricolour refractor. When we get the mast down, we need to sort out the tricolour.
And the third engine hour.
Yes.
And get that bit fixed on the roll. Yeah, I've got to get that dotted. I've identified the part that I need. I know what part I need. It's just getting that part
down
with
back
the
up.
old one and putting the new one, which means that the mast has to come down really. There's no other way really of doing it. I'm not going to be climbing up the mast on a 23-foot yacht. It's just not stable enough for me to get all the way up to the top to do that, so I'm not going to do that.
I'm not doing it.
No, I don't think
There's
we'll
not.
send him up either.
If she was a 27-foot, I'd do it. I'd do it because I know there's people that have done it on 27 foot, but 23 foot, quite a few people said don't do it. So it's like, right, okay. So yeah, it's those couple of jobs. I think that was it, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it's just getting down and seeing the state of her.
Yeah.
And go from there. I mean, there's a lot of jobs to do this year with her, but it's going to be a process. And you know, the first year of having her is being.
Yeah, the first year was a learning curve. Second year, I'm slightly better than I was in the first year.
There's a bit more confidence with her as well. I think you've gotten to know her a bit better. And how she reacts to.
Yeah, when we take her out in the water, I was nervous the first time I'd done it, but now I'm quite comfortable with her, apart from a concern about the engine, which is the water pump feature. Because what I found out after doing more research is that the water pump that we've got on there at the moment is just what we call jury rigged, so it's just a water pump, and it just pumps water into the engine to cool the engine, but that's only pumping through at 70 litres per minute. And when I was looking at the specs on the boat in high revs, she's looking at around 7,000 revs per minute, so that's quite a big difference.
Yeah, it's nowhere near enough.
Yeah, 700. Yeah, what did I say?
7,000.
It's 700, isn't it?
700,
It's 700. It's 70. Yeah, so it's 70. The pump that's on at the moment is 70 litres per minute, but it should be running at 700 litres per minute. There we go.
Bit of a difference.
Bit of a difference. So yeah, I was talking to some guy on a blog about it, and he said, look, just don't run the engine hot. He said, you know, because you don't know what damage you're going to do. He said it's much safer just to, you know, just to not do that. I said, but you know, but can I still turn over the engine? And he was like, yeah, turning the engine is fine, and letting her idle for a while is fine if you want to do that.
Just not pushing
He said, just don't push her. He said, but don't also run until she gets hot. So, you know, this is why we have big communities and forums and that, is so we can chat to friends and people, and they can give us some help and advice, can't they? So that was something else. So yeah, so we're not going to really move her now and then until we get the water pump fixed. But like I say, I know where the water pumps are. I can get hold of one. Just getting the finance to do it, which is quite hard really when you're spending, you know. Well, I mean, our marina fees, got told our marina fees have just gone up again. So yeah, it's getting ridiculous the amount of money that you have to spend just to store your boat in a bit of water. But there's no other option for us at the moment until we get her moved from Cardiff. But before we do that, we've got quite a bit of work to do. And it's been debated. I've also thought about, well, shall I just put her on a trailer and bring her back over to England then, you know, because the amount of money that we spent at the marina would have paid for us to do that about 4 times over winter. You know, to chuck her on a lorry and bring her all the way up. But then it's like, you bring her here and it's like, well, where do I put her then, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we looked at a couple of places, and one we thought was all brilliant, and we sort of talked about it, and we went down for the day, didn't we?
Oh yeah, at what was it called? Uphill Marina. Yeah, it was really good. We wanted to go there. Yeah, we wanted to go there, but because we're quite new to sailing, and we still got concerns about our engine, etc. The idea of actually taking her across and putting her in there and going up that horrible little channel that only is accessible when it's high tide.
It's tidal, and that's the thing,
kind of
isn't
makes
it?
You
can't enjoy it as much when you're on a tidal berth.
No. I mean, there's Western Bay Marina, a Western Bay Yacht Club, really nice bunch of people. I've got a friend who's actually got a yacht out with them at the moment, because I was talking to him about them. But the only problem with that one is that we need a tender, which means that we need a little boat to be able to get out to our boat, which would be parked up in the middle of the estuary. The only problem with that is, with the amount of work we're going to be doing, we really need to be at dockside so that we can carry tools and etc. across. And also the fact that you had to put down your own mooring, and it's like, what? How the hell do I do that? Yeah, you have to put down your own mooring, which has to be done at like low tide or whatever. And I was like, I mean, people there would have helped me out, no problem with it, but it was just, it was a little bit daunting. But that is definitely a possibility still, to go and talk to those guys, and because there is so much knowledge in these communities, and they're a lovely bunch of people down there. So it'll be interesting, and it'll be fun for us to have another group of people that we can kind of bounce ideas off with and get to learn and go out and sail other boats and things. Would be quite nice, wouldn't it? You know, I
think as lovely as Cardiff is, and there's some really, like, the neighbours are really lovely. Mike and Julie. Mike and Julie, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike and Julie. Me Julie.
It's with me Julie. It is. There aren't many people milling around on the weekends.
No, it's quite
that
quiet,
we've seen. And I think if you were to be within that yacht club community, you get more of the social element, and you get
you do. They have a lot more kind of like get-togethers and race days and
help each other out a little bit if you're stuck, or I think there's more of that within that sort of
I was kind of hoping, because I did ask them if they were ever going to think about putting in kind of, you know, waterside pontoons for the yacht club, but no, I don't think they're going to do that.
But I think, yeah, let's focus on get April up together and then assess moorings.
Yeah, and there's no guarantee we'll keep her anyway. Realistically, there's no guarantee we'll keep her anyway, because I want a bigger boat. I do already. I know all I've done all winter is sit there and just pay money out for it every month. There you go.
He said, babe, look at this one.
And then I'm like looking at boats going, that's nice. But the only reason we want to change is because we want something just a bit bigger that we can go across to the Mediterranean in, that we can stand up in, that we can have a bit more space in. The one that we've got, she's a weekend sailor. She's all right for a weekend, but you know, she's small, she's a little bit cramped, and we just want something a little bit bigger, don't we?
Yeah.
And I don't mind paying it. It's not much to pay for extra. It's, you know, it's peanuts really to pay extra. But it's just having that extra space, and the longer it is, the deeper it is, which means that you can then stand up in it and do what you need to do, rather than where we are at the moment is everything that you need to do, you're gonna do crouched down.
It's trying to do the work on her internally. It's hard going physically, because you are in such a small space to be able to work. Yeah. Especially when you were trying to fix the bottom step. It was just like,
oh yeah, trying to put that bottom step back together again.
Sort of hanging inside the locker, trying to pass stuff through, and it's just But yeah, April is a learning. It's a learning boat.
But we'll give her away though. I mean, when I get a bigger boat, I'll give her away, because she was given to me. I will give her away to somebody else. I won't make money out of it. I'm going to lose a lot of money out of it, but this is paying for having that privilege, because you can't put money on those times where we've been sat there in the marina, completely relaxed, loving being there, you know, and just enjoying being on the water. And those days are like, they're precious, you know?
Yeah. And I think I said on our last video of last year, it's a mini break. Yeah. And the way that the world is, and the way that everybody is busy all the time, and we don't take the time to stop and pause and take a breath. And those moments on the boat are so essential for, you know, the mental health side of things and your well-being, just to have that time to decompress after the chaos that goes on in your day-to-day living. And you know, not many people have that, and we're so lucky to have that option, that opportunity to have that place to go to switch off and to turn your phones off and just say, see you on Monday, world, we'll be back then. And it is incredible, and how rejuvenated you feel when you get back. As much as you hate leaving her, but how much better you feel in yourself when you do come home.
I mean, even days where we've had issues where we've been stuck out in the bay and the batteries have all been flat. We've had to get barrage control to come and tow us back in. Even that day was still
a really nice
a good day.
It was beautiful.
It was a good day, because at the end of it all, we were still packed up in Cardiff Bay Yacht Club, weren't we? Waiting for the batteries to charge up.
We were
We had the sun going down.
It was sunny. It was
a lovely evening, wasn't it? You know. And then we managed to get the boat back into a berth in time for bed. Perfect.
Which we all crawled into when we got home.
But that definitely made that was definitely the catalyst then for new battery, another battery. So we've always got two, until we can work out what the hell's going on with these electrics. Because it's just Anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it for us.
Bring on next weekend.
Yeah, bring it on next weekend.
Start loading the cars up soon.
My car will be full from tomorrow. Monday. I'll get all Monday night. I'll be like, right, let's load the car up. Let's get it all done.
Chuck all the stuff in, and then just wait the next day. You have to chuck it all back out and find where to put it.
So the next update will come from
April.
The
dockside. The dockside. And she'll see how many she's She sells seashells on the seashore. Right. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Right. What was I saying?
Yes, next time we see you, we'll be on April dockside.
Yeah, and we'll see if she. That was it. See if she. That's why I couldn't say.
See if she will start up.
We'll see if she will. No, we shall see if she is floating.
That's it.
Thank you, everybody. See you soon.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.